welcome to the Wolftuna podcast, man. So I'm buzzing.
How you
So
doing?
I'm good. So I'm David, Jaff,
Justin,
Big G,
Aiden.
Boomba.
the 5 founders of the Wolftuna Club. So today we'll probably go through and dive into everything all Wolftuna Club, from the growth, how it started, to the name, some stories and whatever, and kind of basically everything Wolftuna Club, man. So let's get into it.
let's go.
Let's do it, man.
Party time.
Let's get started, right? And we'll probably go right back to where it started, and it started off with the main man who, right hand side of me, mate, kicks it off.
So it started with the cold showers. I'd been doing that for roughly about a year. Then I think it was around about Christmas time I started listening to David Goggins' book, Can't Help Me. And that just gave me the motivation and inspiration to actually just go ahead and do it, because he was speaking about being in the Marines and like being linked in the ocean just with the waves crashing against them and like the challenge of that. And I just wanted that challenge of being in the cold water and like seeing that mental toughness with it. So I seen that Aiden was in, I don't know if you were in Ireland or where you were.
I was kind of doing airway, I think, for like a Christmas kind of holiday thing.
Yeah. And I seen he was in the ocean, and so I thought I'll message him. He's the man if I can go for this.
I was in Fife. That's where I was. Fife.
Yeah. So I reached out to him. Then we went for a cold dip on Christmas Eve in 2021, and I think the boy that we went with the first time round said you want to go for roughly somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I had that in my head just to go for that 5 minute target. And I get in that water, and it was absolutely bolted. I remember sitting, because the guy said to me, keep your hands out of the water, and my forearms were throbbing, man, they were burning. But I just wasn't giving up on that 5 minute target that I'd set myself, man. Then once I came out of that water, but I was like so unaware of this stuff. I had like sliders on my feet, and I think we get changed at the car, and it was a trek into the bit we went to, if you remember.
Yeah.
And I just did shorts and a t-shirt and a towel and walked in, man, and whipped the t-shirt off and went in the water. It was frightening, man. And like after we came back, the buzz I got for it was unreal. Then obviously we decided to start the new year on a fresh, and New Year's Day we went down to Loch Lomond and done the dip there, and I think it was like -1 or something outside, and I can't remember. I think we checked the water temperature after, and it was like 3 degrees or something. And I'll never forget that in my life, man. I went in for like 12 minutes in my second dip, and I was all over the camp, because we went in separately so we could get pictures and that each other in there.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting like that, holding his phone and just shaking all over the place,
You
man.
see that in the video, man.
When was this? Was this in December? End of
No,
December?
this was
New Year's
first,
Day.
Oh, was
first
it?
New Year's
Oh,
Day,
okay.
aye.
2022. And
What made you go for longer? So you went for the first one with the 5?
I just
Just to
challenged
see what you
myself.
could go for?
I wanted to go for 10 minutes, and he timed me, and he's like, right, that's you 10 minutes, but I think I must have started my watch later or something.
Right.
I was like, I don't think it is, mate. So I stayed in just till I got to 10 minutes of my watch, and he'd recorded it as 12 minutes, man.
Yeah.
And I was all over the place after it. It was scary, man. Like I said, I'll never ever forget that first proper one, man, like at the new year. Then I'll let this man tell the stories from now on.
I get into it because, well, I get told I couldn't ever drink again. I was bad with the drink and everything else that came with it, and ended up in hospital. And I was in hospital for a week or something, morphined up and everything, and the doctor said, look, Aiden, if you keep going the way you're going, it's going to be fatal, or you could end up like just constantly ill for the rest of your life. Colostomy bagged a lot, man. So it was a shock to the system, and I ended up doing 2.5 years sober, which is mad when I think back that I'd done that long. But I ended up, it was my best mate's wedding, I was the best man, and I thought I'll need to have a wee drink for being the best man, doing the speech and that. And after that I kind of just fell back into my old ways, so I needed something to focus on, and a social event at the weekend that wasn't going to be involving the madness. So I'd seen stuff with cold water online, and I thought I'll give that a try, see what happens with it. And ended up, that time I went to Fife, I went with Lorna and her family and that, and it was like right next, there was a wee cottage right next to the water, and I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. So I went into the sea. I was in for like 15 seconds or something, but it was like solid. It was so hard. Like I was like, this is going to be tough if this is what I'm going to get into. But then I get a message off you saying if I wanted to go with you and it, and we'd done that one just before Christmas, and then probably still one of my favourite ever dips was that one in New Year, the one we done together, and it was just after that, I was like, there was kind of no looking back. But I was like, I love this, man. Still to this day, I'm not like a fan of the cold water. It's more like the
feeling after
it's
it, man.
it's the feeling after it, but it's more the feeling of like self-achievement. And I was saying to you the day that it's like, it makes you feel worthy, do you know what I mean? It makes you feel like as if you're actually
You've done something, man.
you've done
feel,
something. That's the main thing for me. Like, all the benefits that come with it are obviously unbelievable.
And that's the thing with us as well. It's like that feeling you get after it, but it's like we always say, it's you're winning the 3 heaters, man. It's getting up at that time in the morning for a start. It's getting a run, which not a lot of people enjoy. You don't like say you don't like your running, and then it's getting into that water. See, when you put all 3 of them together, see by the time 7 o'clock comes, man.
I know,
Absolutely buzzing. What a feeling, man.
That's exactly what it was. And when me and Justin done it that day, New Year's Day, I just kind of knew after that, I was like, I want to try and keep this up, keep it consistent, and hopefully that can turn into my thing. Do you know what I mean? That, like, that's my social thing at the weekend. And then obviously I was hoping that more people would get involved, try and get more pals involved in that. A couple of times, a few of my pals came, and then that's when Gary Boy came up, and that's when we first went to the campsies, because obviously you stay up that kind of way, so that seemed like a good location to meet. And after that, it was
that's our baby now.
Made an arse of the first one, but didn't we? Parked the car park in the sky. It was pure wet, muddy, slidey, parked up above, and we had to walk all the way down. We're like, we can definitely hear this waterfall somewhere.
I mean, see, when you think back how mad that was, like, actually getting to that water, sliding down it.
It was. Now, we actually went down to that car park, but we went to the graveyard and we're like, nah, man, we're definitely the right place here, man. The mad graveyard. But my similar isn't maybe not as extreme as yours, but everything was kind of on the line for me with like the Swally and stuff like that. It was September that year, and I was off it for September. Went to Swedish House Mafia, never seen Swedish House Mafia, hit a badging, get carted up the road, had a party myself in the kitchen, staring at the wall for 3 hours while Tamika was sitting watching me. Popped out the next morning, I get a big message, fucking, this is it, man, like, every time we go out, I'm babysitting you, watching you, blah, blah. So after that, it was a wee bit of a wake-up call, man, because it was the same old story. Every time I went out, I was just animal, man. Just animal. Didn't give a fuck about anything. As soon as I had that drink, I just wanted to keep on drinking and just rip the arse right out it. Didn't give a fuck about anybody. Just pure animal, man. So after that, we wake-up call. Class for September through to December, January, until I get asked to do it. And I think it was you who told me about the book as well. You told me about the book, and I ended up listening to it as well. Same again, I'm like, fuck hell, man, that book is incredible. Listening to it coming from him as well, man, it's so good. Obviously got up, involved in the water, same again, mate, just never looked back. It was fucking tremendous, man. What a feeling after it. And then that's the thing as well, like, we do it every Sunday morning, so obviously a Saturday night and stuff, you're like, we're so focused and so zoned in this now that I couldn't give a fuck about picking a drink up on a Saturday night, man. I just want to get up to the campsies on a Sunday morning for that feeling, man.
It does. It gives you that same feeling that you would get going on a night out or something. Like, you feel as if, don't know, I get excited about it. Still to this day, every single time, Friday, Sunday, it's like,
I said that the other day, man. Like, it used to be looking forward to the weekend to go out and get absolutely hammered and rip the piss out of it for 2 or 3 days at a time, and now actually this is what I look forward to now. You know what I mean, doing that, and it's
not like you're going to wake up on a Sunday and go, I wish I had a drink last night. You know what I mean? Exactly. And you're getting up, you're doing this, you just say win the heaters, man. It's
totally. Never walked away for a Friday or a Sunday.
I'd say I wish I never done that.
Wish I never done that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's Sundays that you sit there on your pit to midday and go, what the fuck did I do that for last night?
I was just literally saying that in the car to him. Like, a couple of times I've seen this, but it's just in different videos. It's like running, and you can link it to the cold water as well, but when you take drugs, you feel amazing in the moment, but you feel shit afterwards. But with the run or the cold water, you feel shit in the moment, but amazing afterwards.
Imagine putting the two of them together.
I know. Sometimes you feel a wee bit shitey before it, but the feeling after it just totally takes it away, man, doesn't it?
Scary, man.
Frightening. Jaffa boy, what you say?
Fuck's sake, man. I turned up thinking I was going to Marbella. Know what I mean? Dresses on upside down, towel underneath the fucking, know what I mean? Fucking Bill and Ben. Aye, my first kind of Cold War exposure was at a stag do, and we were kind of bluttered, obviously, and we decided that in Tenerife we would go down to the cold water, which I thought was a horrendous shout. It turned out to be the best shout of the whole weekend, man, because it squared me right up. And I remember walking down kind of, probably still half cup for the night before, and I stood down in the water, and I remember somebody goes,
Who, me?
aye, better not do this breathing thing, right? And I'm like, oh no. So I remember getting out of the water and I was going, and like, I absolutely hated the fact that I put myself out there with all these 25 guys and I didn't really enjoy it. And then I got a text a couple of weeks later saying, do you want to come and do this cold water with the 3Us? And when we went up, like I say, mate, I turned up with a towel underneath my armpit, a pair of shorts, and I think I turned up with a pair of flip-flops, genuinely going to go and put my towel down for the sun lounger, mate. It was honestly that embarrassing. Walked up with pure muddy, January, -6, no t-shirt on, don't think I had any socks on, and when I walked up there and got into that water, like, I get the shock of my life. It was like, doing that, like, see doing that and getting that breath in when you're in there. And like, I think those two were talking and I closed my eyes, couldn't talk. I was like in my head, like, I need to get this 5-minute target and see after it walking out, like, no speaking to MD, doing my breath work, getting that 5 minutes and like that feeling, do you know what? I've just went and done that 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the first one, like, like we're obviously going to talk about the members that go and get their first one and how they feel after it. I'll always remember walking out that water, getting up and getting ready and going, what the fuck just happened there? And obviously we've got the music and that on and we're walking up and we're playing the tunes and mate, honestly I feel like I just left Archie's. It was honestly like, it was like that feeling that it gave me. I was like, what the fuck is this? And obviously you all know, right, like I've got like such an addictive personality, man. Like I've been in a bad way, like with the gambling and all that, and that addictive personality that hit me, it's hit me with this. Yeah. And like it's obviously I'm finding that now, like still a tramp, but like I'm fine, know what I mean? But I feel better, like every Friday and every Sunday, like that's just this is just my life now. As cheesy as that sounds, like every Friday and every Sunday is my time, and it's my time that I've now got with my pals. Yeah. And obviously we'll go and talk about like how it progressed and how it grew. But for that first that dip in my beer, man, it's changed my life, man. Know what I mean? And then obviously we got one of our other brothers in, which I bet he's dying to tell the story, man. But absolutely, it's Scott Parson here, know what I mean?
Aye, so I get stitched up a wee bit the first time I came up. The first time I done the water was the same stag with Jaff. But me and Jaff were training together, and he was on at me. He obviously started the running. And I was just pure in my head, like, I can't do this, it's embarrassing, I'm going to be slow, I'm going to do this. So he's on at me, and one day I'm like, right, do you know what, I'll take you up in the offer. I'll get you to the car park, usual time, let's do it, man. So I'm up there nice and early, think I'll be on the ball and press him. I didn't show, did he? Closest to cold water experience I got that day was in watching a cold shower, man.
I'm absolutely addicted to it, but I was sleeping.
There's a backstory, man. We'll get a poll up for this, man, because I want to hear the results of it, man. But aye, get up, mate.
But aye, so then when it come up, it was mad. Like obviously, for me, as I say, you started the running. And that was a big thing for me, like wanting to take it to the next step. I was probably more focused on when you were doing that than the water at that time. And it was mad, like, because you're just built up so much anxiety to come up. Like, we're all pals for years, obviously. Feel like we've been pals for years, obviously. It was the first time I met you, Aidan. And it's like I never ran a 5k without stopping. I mean, and then just got into it, managed to do it with ease, and then we got up to the water. I didn't know what to expect. Like, you've been doing it a while. Like, oh, am I even going to? I was like, shit myself, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, am I going to put embarrass myself even more here? And as you just touched on, you get in the water, man. It's hard to describe, man. You come out and you're just like, this is magic, man.
Yeah.
This is magic. And as you say, you touched on earlier, Gary, it's like you've done all that before you're home, and everybody's still in the power, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
You've went out, won all your heaters, done what you fit to do, man, and then the rest of the day, you're just cracking on with, feeling magic at it. Man.
It's like that there, right? Like, no saying that George is a lazy bastard by no means, right? But see going up the road and knowing that they're still in their bed, sleeping, or just about to open your eyes. And I went out there, seen my pals, had a wee gab, went and done my run, done my cold water, had a wee cuddle, had a wee sing-song and a dance up there with the music. Went to Marks and Spencer's, get some bacon, a wee bit of coffee. Honestly, see all that together in that window.
Aye.
That is gravy for me, man. I love that, man. You know what I mean? I'm going up the road and I feel amazing. And she's not saying that she wakes up and doesn't feel like that, but I'm just saying, like, for me, that accomplishment of doing that in that period of time in the morning sets you up for the day.
100%.
You said Joe's is in a bed, half of fucking Glasgow's in their bed.
Well, exactly, man. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
But that is the mad thing, is like you say, like, obviously at one point, you all love a cess, don't you? Like, you're on it, that's what your weekends are about. But you get older, you get pushes, weightings, it all comes with it, and then you can't get out as much, you're not going out as much, you're not seeing. So that was massive for me when you first started, because it's that wee hour with your pals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the addition of the music as well, man, that's a fucking game changer, innit? That's like swapping it for the sesh, man, and get the tunes there, but 2 grand I can't do that.
It was you that brought in the running, wasn't it? It was. I was running solo.
I think it was more. Like I say, me and Pumba had a wedding to get ourselves in shape for. So the gym's not my thing, man. I just can't stick to it. I like doing like fives or badminton or tennis and I enjoyed running. Just for the simple fact that, like, you've got a target. Say you do a 5k, like, you know the next time you want to go faster. Knowing now that we do running, going faster isn't necessarily the best thing to do.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was giving me targets, and I thought to myself, what's the best way to kind of grow this? Can we go a wee run and make like a time up on a Sunday? Because it was only a Sunday at the start.
At the start, right.
Can we go a run? And I was like, man, can we go a run, man? I can't even run. Yeah. So we went and done a 5k for the first time, and we're like, this is brilliant, doing the 5k, all hot, sweaty, steamy, and then getting into that cold water, and it's like, that makes it even better. Like, see, just going down the cold water on its own, it's tough. See, when you add the running part, people don't know, but mate, it's so refreshing.
Definitely.
It's mad. Like obviously, like the now, like obviously I can't run, but see when I come up and go into that water on its own, mate, how hard it is. Don't say I dread it, right? Because I love it, but it's even tougher.
Yeah.
But see when you're like doing the run, that refreshing water, mate, is ridiculous, mate. And that's, I think, adding that to it, like when we started, it's just made us grow. That
when I was running, that was one of my things to get off the drink as well, was to do the running. I was right into it, to be honest. But when you came up with that idea to do it with the cold water, that again just made it even more exciting for me. I was like, I love this, man, this is so good. Yeah. And then the fact that we were doing it, sounds stupid, but the fact that we were doing it in the wilderness, man, like out in the country roads and everything, like silence, do you know what I mean? Just running, and there's something magic about it.
Like, I've got to say, still to this day, I absolutely hate running, man. Like, it's different even we do it as a group now, but back at the start it was like going for personal best and that, like I've said, you're trying to beat your time all the time. Yeah. And like at that point, it was dreadful for me, man. Like, see, try to beat that, get that sub 30 to start with, then going down and down and down. Like, in my head, I'm just like, why are you doing this? I actually hate this. Like, see the way you're with the gym, like, you don't enjoy it. Like, I'm still like that with the run, but like, it's different when we do it as a group and we're chatting, just
flies in
it doesn't feel like I'm doing a run.
Yeah.
But see what you said, like see when you combine the run and the cold water together, like you already get that high for the running, then you bounce into that water and it's magic, man. Literally,
It's what we were saying after like the run as well. The water's almost like a treat in it, man.
100% a treat.
You're like,
100%.
fucking get me up to this water now, man.
Aye.
It's brilliant.
It's amazing.
I'm already buzzing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, some mornings the mind's just away for it. Like,
Aye.
do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Even this morning after the run, I was just getting changed in that, looking at the water, and I was like,
Aye.
I don't know what to get in here, man. But,
It never gets easier.
No.
Every time you're standing near that
No.
water, it never ever gets easier.
no.
But the feeling after it is always the same as well.
You always say,
Unbelievable.
like you said there, like, getting in is always tough. It's always tougher to go in, but it's just as good getting it. And that I think that is the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Always walking away with a smile on your face, seeing your pals, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the added element of how you're talking brain ticks and how your mind works, man.
Aye.
It started off just a wee laugh, the 4 to 5s or floating about having a laugh. Aye, we'll make it. Aye, you coming? No, I know. And then we get to you and your fucking heat starts ticking. You're like, how can
Mate,
you
I swear
fucking,
to God, mate,
what can we do?
Thank God for his ticking heat.
I'm behind, man, and I'm trying to catch a breath, and all I can think is, can we actually make this a club? Mate, who does that? Not I mean,
Second run in, man.
second one in, man, and I'm like, my brain, like, I don't know what it is, man. I call myself a freak, man, but it's just, I just thought, like, if we can make ourselves look and feel this good, why can we not help other people?
Other people.
Why can, use us as a perfect example, man. Like, when I first went up, I struggled to do the 5k. You went up, you struggled to do the 5k. I'm like, how can we help other people do a 3k, a 4k, or a 5k, and then go into the cold water? Can that help with like anxiety or whatever, man? So in my head, I just thought, would we be selfish to keep this club and idea between us, or do we maybe try and push it out there? And
Yeah.
I don't want to say this history, but
Just
history. We had-
That's what I was like when we were first talking about it. I was like, selfishly, like, this is my time with my pals, man. Like, and I didn't really get the angle and the vision of where we were going. But then, see, as you say, like, see where I started to where I came from, where I got, was mad in such a short period of time. And as you say, we were going for like personal bests and pushing each other and that, but you're making that much progress, but it's no like hard work. It was like a buzz. You're just out with your pals. And then that's when it proper sank in. I remember when I got my PB at the time and I drove to work and I sat there and I looked at my phone for like the first run I done with to then I'm like, nah man, like this is too good not to like help people. Like, because I'd seen what you had done for me to get me. You took a guy that couldn't have done, wouldn't have done. Like I never used to run in the summer because I'd be like, I can't solve it, you know what I
How
mean?
long did it take you to do the half marathon when we done that half marathon? How long was that from when you started?
I think it was a couple of months, 2 months,
That's
mate.
mad, isn't it?
For having to stop during a 5k to no stop at all doing a half marathon with the
I
boys.
think it was just
Frightening, man.
30 odd days, it was just there a month. For my first run we used to get in the PB and it was like 8 minutes off. And I was just consistently coming up with the runs.
Well, you're smashing it, man. Your personal stuff, you're
Like-
every day, sometimes twice a day, man. It's like being in the
that was-
bedroom.
Yeah, it's just that just kind of backs up our kind of club motto. Just show up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that is why we say it, and we don't say it or brag about it or come across arrogant or cocky. It just shows like when Pumbaa came up and done the 5k, and then 3 months later done a half marathon. Myself, 5k, and then 3-4 months later half marathon. Mate, but there's no thing. Trying to dance about it, man. We're bigger guys, man, and we're doing half marathons. Know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking look like fucking David Goggins. Know what I mean? I look like David Hanley, absolutely not. I'm still smashing at half marathons, and then there's folk up there. Do you know what I mean? Who I'm talking about it. And me, you talk about it a lot. Fuel, mate. You see that fuel? We call it fuel, man. And I remember I said, "Oh, I'm going to go up to Campsies. I'm going to do a wee 5k. Oh, fuel never do a 5k under 30 minutes. Fucking doubt me.
Yeah.
Done it.
Aye.
2-3 weeks later, I'm going to do an 8k. Never done an 8k. Spinning that.
Yeah.
Done it. 10k. I'm going to do the 15k. Guess what? I'm going to go for the half marathon, mate. If you're half your head, next day I'm like that. Fucking doubt me, man. Doubt me.
Just
know what I mean?
it's just constant.
16 and a half stone guy. Fucking 3-4 months later doing a half marathon.
Unreal, mate. Flying.
Do you know what I mean? Listen, I'm not taking credit, man. Me and Pim taking the credit, man. Like, we've done, mate. Both of us have done unreal, man.
Was totally on you, mate, because I remember we were obviously still training at the time, and I remember you saying, obviously you're talking about it with boys and work and that, and I was a wee bit like, don't overdo it, like, don't hurt yourself, like, because we did have a bigger picture down the line, and every time you would just come back like, smashed it, man, and then that kind of spurred me on. I'm like, I was pure buzzing. I was buzzing for you, but then I was like, well, let's see where we can go. I remember when we were all texting in the group chat, I was just sitting on my phone, and you had put a picture in, and I was like, that's class for Gary, man. He's been out, it was like back in 9. And I was sitting, and Danny came in, she's like, you want a bath run or something? And I'm like, I've got half an hour, man. And then because you put that in, that then spurred me to go, you're going to scroll through your phone for half an hour, or you could go at a run, and then you're just like, off away, man.
We all done that, man. We were all kind of, would you call, what's that word? Talent, would you call that word? We're all kind of,
you're on your own here, I think, mate.
Just pushing each other and
a talisman. We're all a talisman to each other. No, that's a load of shit.
Motivating each other, mate.
We'll just go motivating. Cut that out.
we talk about
spurring off each other's kind of runs to get yourself up there and getting out there.
Aye.
Go with that.
See, for me as well, like, I've always went to the gym, but like I said earlier, like I still despise running. Like, still, man, but like, see, the first time I ever done a 5k, I think, was in lockdown, and it was getting tagged in that mad thing. I can't remember what it was. Like,
I swerved that.
but I think I get tagged like 2 or 3 times. I think it was fucking Nicholas Gay tagged me in or whatever, and I was like, fucking, I need to go and do this, man. And I think my time was like 34 minutes and something, and I messaged him, and he's like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines, do you do that in crutches or something? So I went out and tried that another one, and I just couldn't get into the swing of it, man. But once we started, like you spoke about building up for that 5 to the 8, I'd never run an 8k in my life until we done it as well. Then that 8 to 10, I would make it up and do the 15k with you. Sleepy boy, man, slept in, but I decided, like, fuck it, I just need to go up and do that myself, man, because he'd push himself through fucking hell to do that. And I went out and see the amount of times I just wanted to quit, and I was getting up, mad hell, man, doing it at Dumbarton. It was fucking horrific, man. Yeah. It was, honestly, and like, I just had my head pushed through it, and I think Pumbad texted me like when I was halfway through it or something, saying sleepy boy and fuel. I was like, fuck you, man. Fuck you, I'm getting this done right now. And then he texted me like 2 minutes later, just keep going, mate, because he knew that was it, and let me get my phone or whatever, but I got it through my watch at the time. But even that for me was a massive achievement, man. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, it's like I've been going to the gym kind of on and off for like 10 years plus, man. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And like,
I remember you saying to me, Aidan, I'm not into running at all, but like you took everyone's just each wee challenge, like everything that's hard for each other, we've just like went for it.
Helped me.
Aye. Will we talk about the first kind of meeting we had together when we were kind of discussing your ideas and what we were going to do with it? Like,
just kind of how we were going to bring everybody in, and it was just, I just kind of thought to myself, why don't we just make up a wee social media account and make a just Instagram and post our team photos, the legendary team photos that we see going about everywhere. So, anyway, sorry, and recording some snaps, videos, mate. Like, it's just we kind of wanted to showcase what we do. Like I say, I'm not about a PT. I've got no PT kind of experience or qualifications, mate. I'm just an average Joe, mate. Want to go and run with his pals and have a laugh and go out of the cold water and feel good about myself. So why don't we post that, and why don't we maybe try and get a wider audience out with our circle and get them in and just kind of help them. Like, we got a few pals kind of coming, and Jake was the first one. Smokes about 70 fags a day. Lovely guy. And he's he wanted to get better. He wanted to kind of, like the rest of us, was a bit of temper, get into running and starting feeling good. And with lamppost to lamppost the first time, 2-3 weeks later, mate, he's smashing out 5Ks.
Yeah.
Why did that happen? Because he just showed up.
Yeah.
Every Friday and every Sunday. It's the proof's in the pudding. That's another one, isn't it? that's another one. So, aye, mate, he's done amazing, and then we started to kind of get a wee bit more
Good regular, Duke.
good regulars. Aye,
Zach.
we got Zach as well. We got Sweeney, who are kind of they're your pals. Is Sweeney?
Sweeney, aye. He's my pal.
Is it? So, and then I think the first one that we got who wasn't a pal was Cammy.
Yeah.
And he, for me, seeing Cammy up here like makes me proud. Like
Aye,
the fact like how far he's came on his own journey.
Yeah.
And kind of with the stuff he kind of like deals with, for him to come up into a group and fight like kind of what's going on in his life.
Yeah.
To come and do the 5K. I think he said he'd never done a 5K before. I can't mind it, I don't quote me on that, but he came up, he smashed the 5K, he's never done the cold water. I think the first time it was 5 or 8 minutes he was in there and he walked away and he absolutely loved it. And I remember the day that he was walking back down to the car park and he says, lads, thanks, honestly. Like, I deal with some things and yous are helping me.
Yeah, and that's not a one-off, that has literally happened like
Numerous times.
countless times now.
Aye.
Like, Zach's my best mate, and like I know like from speaking to him, and he's obviously spoke to you as well, but that's one thing I do want to say is I've been pals with Justin for like 8-9 years, but I'd never met the 3 years before this. And
What's your name?
I like meeting yous like for the first time. I was like, am I going to start this together and everything? And I was like, I don't even know yous, do you know what I mean? And we're starting this kind of club together, and it was just instantly just felt as if I'd been your pals for the same amount of time as Justin, or even longer. But that was the same thing with Zach as well. Zach's got a big personality, kind of like yourself. Like, he's loud and but
hilarious, man.
he's so funny, man. So I was wanting to, and he likes to run and stuff as well, but he hadn't really done much yet, so I was wanting to get him involved. And the same thing as Cammy. He was like, this is massive for me. Like, he instantly knew straight away that this was going to help him.
See, the mad thing I think about Cam and all, like, Zach at least had you as like, I know one guy. Cammy's came off into a total group of strangers.
100%.
Fair play to him, you know. And now we're seeing it a lot. Most of their sessions is a new face every week. Pretty much 1 or 2 new faces every week. So it's good to see, man. The word's getting out there. People are listening, people are watching, people are getting involved, and it's fucking class to see that people are buying into it, man.
I think we got to know as well, like when we first started and we did want to put it out there in the socials and stuff like that, and we thought, like, do we charge or do we no charge? Would we make it? Like, I remember seeing I'm not going to say, but a person kind of commented and made his opinions known loudly, and I think he had got a good bit of following, and he's like, how can you charge for this, X, Y and Z, blah, 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 and I thought to myself, like, he does not know, like, what that's done for the 5 years, and what it's doing for other people. This is not to line our pockets, we all know that, and it's a reason why we come on these mics, to let people know that we're not sitting here with big bags of money going, oh man, I can't wait to see a new member coming through the door, and it's like me, like, we went £8 to start with because we wanted to make sure that we can get some sort of protein snack, your class, and the money that we make on top of that will go into a pot for, we don't want to obviously say mate, but we have got good and strong plans just about to start getting put into place. But that money goes into a pot. That money is going to get put back, not into your pockets. It's going to get put into the Wolftuna Club. And the Wolftuna Club, for me, is going fucking places, man. And
100%.
For me as well, I will not stop until that happens, because I want to see some sort of hub for the Wolftuna club for like this money to go to. So, and then even at that, like in the new year, we felt, oh man, not that people were talking, but we thought, you know what, we'll bring it down a wee bit more because we want to see more people. We want more people in, but we
what can we do?
What can we do to help people?
Yeah,
we don't put the price on the sessions to get like I say into your pocket. We want that to go to a long term future.
Yeah.
So it's trying to find that balance of finding a happy medium for the price for people to come, and then like the first 2 sessions free, £5, and if you like. Later on down the line, we'll probably do something else to maybe try and get more people in. I just kind of want to make sure that people who do listen, this isn't for us, man.
No, definitely
This
not.
isn't for us. We don't sit and pat our own backs and going, yes, man, there's £15, man. There's 3 people coming in. Like it's like proofs in the pudding as well.
That's the thing I was going
I'll let
to
you
say.
say that.
I was going to say that the money that has came in, there's not even really been a pot because there's a lot of money going out as well. Do you know what I mean?
But we're in debt, man. Klarna.
Special game, man. But we've made sure that like to build the Wolftuna club, we've done everything we can, like we're doing right now with the podcast and collaborations we've done and stuff. There's constant money going out, social media, and then the merch. Shout out to Morgan Halfpenny. She does the printing. I wanted us to have the uniform as well, so it also made people feel part of something and part of a community, and that's been a massive hit, I think, as well. Just like seeing people wearing our stuff is just I don't know about you, it makes me
it's class.
me such
All
a
the
good
pictures now you see is the reflective Wolftuna logo, man. It's
the reflective
dynamite,
logo
man.
is
Even that in
dynamite,
itself is class because it's obviously safety purposes, you know what I mean? You've got people that run on a dark road and then they're
Whose
seen.
shout was that to do the reflective? Yourself, mate. Not bad. Not bad, son.
Even that, man, like I'm not saying that we're queuing at the door to buy the merch, but we had a good amount of orders of people inquiring about the stuff, and it's like we're not a big massive mob, man. We can't go out there and spend hundreds of pounds, thousands of pounds and get all these merch in. So we had to kind of be savvy about it. We had to make sure it helped us for like later on in equipment and stuff like that. So it's a tough one, man. And seeing the likes of Cammy, Zach, Sweeney, Manny, Deck Shah, I could name all the regulars and Rebecca as well. Man, like seeing all these people, like they like you can tell, mate, they love wearing it. It's a pure nice bit of kit.
Yeah.
Like I think I've seen all them, mate, in Asda, mate, doing their messages and all that, man. I'm like, mate, you want to get that app?
I'm not like ourselves now.
Obviously, when I sleep it on. Have you seen these Wolftuna socks on there? But so it's just the last thing we want people to do, mate, is think that we are. Oh man, we're quids up, mate. It's 100%. Bigger picture, mate. To put in what 30-40 quid in our pockets means absolutely nothing to me, mate. Seeing members walk up the road with a smile on their face, thanking them, and if they've not been there, messaging saying, mate, look, sorry I've not been there, man. I've really missed it. It's no help me. I can't wait to come back. And then when you come back and you're in that car park and you're getting everybody cuddles and you're walking away, handshakes, and then they're thanking you again. It's no an ego booster for me.
There's no ego
boosting in that at all. It's just driving up that road, going home and going, we've made somebody happy today. We've not changed somebody's life. I'm not financially free, which all these haters always go about and say you go out of the cold bar and you can come out financially free. You're making people happy, mate, and that's what it matters to me, man.
Definitely. 100%.
It's a proper wee community, you know what I mean? It's like just everybody, anybody that's been up or any members that have kept coming back, like, that's why they're coming back. Like, that's why we're gone so quick. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think like it's been months, and look, you've got merch, we've got this, we've got that, and how everything's went well, and how people have like bought into it, but loved it, man. Do you know what I mean?
There's not been like every single person's just positive feedback as well. Like, everybody that's been came back, and they might not have come back consistently, but like they've made a point of showing up again, and
we went from pure 0 to 100 pure real
Quick.
fast, man. It's brilliant though. It's good. And when I say 100, it's like there's so much more still to give, but we're moving and we're learning as we're going. Like, look at the things, we're diving in, we're doing wee daft things, and we're like, oh fuck, should have done this, should have done that, but we're still just going with it, do you know what I mean? We're still fucking rolling with it, man, and it's good, we're flying, man.
We're no business experts, we never ran a club before, we're no PTs, we've got one cold water expert who's got his tickets, we're just 5 mates. Why just do good for the community? Do you know what I mean? And it's that's all that we care about.
See what you're saying about the money as well, like 30, 40 quid, you split it between 5 people and you're walking out with like 8 quid at the end of the day, and you're like, well, I'm not even walking out with that. That's what I was going to say. I think we started with a fiver and we were getting 8 pinch of taste protein bars. They were about 3 quid a pop. I know. Walking away with 2 quid off somebody.
Lunchtime, man, they were at done.
Like, I've been giving away stuff willy-nilly, I know.
That's why we put the price up to 8 quid, but because Pumbaa was making the pat, shout out to Pumbaa for the pats.
That could start a lot.
The goats, man.
And like, obviously we're still doing them and requesting it for people, but like, that's why we put the price up initially, because like, you need to put money into making them. But then we had that discussion to drop it back. It's a better price for everybody in general, you know what I mean? But
and it shows as well, because that's one adjustment we've made, but we've also upped the time as well, an extra hour and a half to start, but that's affecting some of us.
On Sundays?
That's affecting some of us. So some of us are taking the hit, but to make sure other people are feeling good and feeling happy, do you know what I mean?
Because initially when we first went, it was like, this is the times, like, but you quickly realise, like, nah, that's not what it's about, is it? It's about everybody else, like, and if you're going to help somebody and one of us miss it, then
it's better.
It's
it's fine. We all know, man, we've all got jobs, we need to work. That's sometimes you need to take that. You need to go to work to pay the bills, you know what I mean? Exactly. So sometimes you need to take a hit, but even at that, you're still scunnered that you're missing it because it's that good. Do you know what I mean? You're like,
horrible.
We Marco's texting now, obviously him walking away, and he's like, oh, I'm spewing, man, because you can't get there, man. It's mad. But you touched on it earlier, like, it's not like any of us claim to be sprinters, marathon runners, PTs. Like, I think it's the fact that we're just pals, good, like, approachable people, like-minded, man, and everybody's coming up, see that, and then like Morgan, when she came up, like, pure, like, coming into a group that she doesn't really know, and then she's like, totally comfortable, man.
Her wee chat after it, man. Her wee chat was deadly for us, man. That felt good hearing that coming from somebody that's been up the first time, and then she put up on her Instagram the pure class words about us. You know what I mean? That was frightening, man.
See the launch day. Obviously, we'll talk about the launch day, but see after the launch day, I think I put up a post saying any feedback on the day, and must have been about 7 or 8 people are how friendly. The cuddles, like the club feel, mate. That's what I wanted, man. Like that's what makes me go. Do you know what? We've actually done our job right. I think we've done our poll. Why did you come to the Wolftuna club? Is it the water? Is it running? Or is it the club feel? And the club feel smashed out of the park again. And knowing that, like, for me, that's us doing the right thing. We want this club to be fun, happy, open. Anybody. If you can do a 3K, moan up, man. Moan up and we'll work on it, man. Let's do it. Again, I'm no Mo Farah, but listen, I'll stick with you and I'll help you, and we'll do the right things to make sure that you get to where you want to be, and then we'll go into the water and see after it. I bet you feel amazing, and then you'll go, do you know what? I was class. I want to go and I'm going to go and do a wee run during the week. And that's how it sparks. That's how it sparks.
Definitely.
And then you've got your targets and your goals after that, and then they thank you for just going a wee tiny wee jog with them. It's mad, and that's what makes me. That's what gives me satisfaction, man.
And I think there'll be a lot of people out there that probably don't know that don't know that's what it is, and they think it is just a fitness thing, and they might not have been yet because they're like, oh, I can't do that running. Like, we've had a lot of people say that. I'm not coming up yet because I can't do a 5K, and everybody, I'm like, no, that's not what it's about at all. Do you know what I mean? Like, come and join us if you can't even run at all. If you can't do a 3K or a 1K, just come anyway. Do you know what I mean?
It's probably like you posted it for the start all the time. We start together and we finish together. It's something we've always done. the boys done it with me, we've done it with Pumbaa, we've done it with multiple people. So see if you can't come up and do a 3K, we'll start that journey with you, and we'll finish that journey with you, and you'll walk away happy, man. It's as simple as that, man. And we're open to everybody.
100%.
Because at this point for me anyway, man, the exercise of running, it's almost an added bonus. We went out a couple of runs and I was like, I don't even feel that I'm doing anything here apart from getting a blur of you.
Yeah.
And you can see that, there'll be members, or there is members that smoke me. I'm not the fittest, as we said, but it's nothing to do with it at all. It's nothing to do with it. It's just everybody sticking together and having a general bladder, man. And that's how it works so well, man.
I think something that I touched on, kind of way back as well, see when it was just the 5Ks going up, out with it, and because I do other stuff with him, but out with that, how often do we see each other? Boxing Day, maybe somebody's wedding or party or whatever. That is getting quality time with your mates every Friday, Sunday. Well, obviously you don't make the Fridays, sorry mate, but
cheers, mate.
But Fridays are after charts, man.
But you're just spending that time and you're having a buzz the full time. Even sometimes maybe it might get serious and we'll support each other. Do you know what I mean? The same as members that come up maybe looking through a shit time or whatever. And I suppose that's what we're there for. If they want to chat and that run or whatever, we're there. And even if it's at the water, but we're talking about the running. If you can't do the 3K or 4K or whatever, we're there to support you. It's the same with the water. We're not get in the water and hurry up, move, get in. You know what I mean? It's we'll try and encourage kind of round up and clap around that, go, try and get in. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's just not pressure. It's no pressure, but it's just that kind of try to give them that buzz to just even dip in. Because then that's an achievement in itself for some people. You know what I mean? It's
totally, mate.
And the fact that's went from 2 mates to the 5 of us, and now we've got a community, a chat with 30 odd people in it. And that's a group of mates as well. But I would consider everybody in that WhatsApp chat my mate. Do you know what I mean? It's mad.
The people in that chat are better than the boys in my normal chat. No,
but it is. And then obviously Becky coming along for the first time, and that was our first female coming along, and we had that kind of chat as well. Because obviously, I'm not saying it was a guy thing, but it was a group of boys, group of pals. That's how it kind of started. And then we were we need to we don't want to just help guys here. We want to help everybody. And then Becky coming along, and she wasn't really she's a PT, but she wasn't really a strong runner. So for her, it was a massive thing coming with 5 boys doing a run.
That was her first 5K, is that right?
Right, it was her first 5K.
That's class, man.
Unbelievable. And for a young girl, unless she's not young, but do you know what I mean? Mid-20s to come with 5:30 plus guys and do you know what I mean?
Age or stone.
And then that kind of obviously sparked more girls to get involved, and we've got a good few females now that
she bought the clobber. She's the
Wolftuna.
She's a Wolftuna, man. Absolutely.
But that's something that I want to grow on as well. Do you know what I mean? Just getting everybody involved. Everybody.
I think I've had a female attend for the last 2 months. Maybe obviously the day, maybe here and there, but there has been a female attending near enough the majority of them, and it's I would like 2 females to become there's obviously Rebecca and Eve who come together. I would love to say for instance Rebecca and just say for tongue's sake Morgan to become that pally way that they can message each other. Oh, by the way, you got to the wheelchairs on Friday? Aye, so man.
Morgan's going to Becky's class tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying, mate. It's all everything all interlinked, trying to be better for everybody. As in us going and doing that wee clash with Becky. The amount of people that came off the back of that. Morgan, Danielle, my wee sister Rachel, she's away. I think George was saying she was got to go. Knowing that they're not coming to us direct, but they're helping themselves by going to another fitness place and trying to better themselves. Another win for me. Making somebody feel better and feel happy, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Making new pals, new connections.
That's that, mate. You say making new connections? I don't know.
you're getting grown ass men still in their pit, and you're getting 6-year-olds up. Know what I mean?
Shouting out the orders, when we get to Tower Hill, and he's like, pick your pace up a wee bit.
That's right.
Swaggering about it.
I know.
Funny, man.
Another wee thing to talk about, boys. Just the off the whim 500k challenge between the 5 of us. Remember how that all kind of came about? That's before the club was even formed, really, wasn't it? We never really put anything out there, man. That was between us, and we're like,
I think that was the first month it kind of kicked off.
Aye.
I think the start of September's when we put the page up, and I don't think it was like set up for that to be the target and for to be the marketing strategy. Getting people in it, but that was never the case. It just kind of happened.
aye.
I think it was Pumbaa that mentioned it in the first place.
Aye.
The 100k, and
I
I was like,
think
right,
there's
I'll come in with you.
a bit of chat going about on Instagram and that, and I seen people who'd been doing it, and I thought, obviously how far I'd came, I'm going to get that wee bash, man, just as a wee extra target to go. And I said to you, because it wasn't, we weren't making it like a big official thing, man.
No.
And then again, grew arms and legs, and we just all passed each other to go, man.
I remember sitting in the plane to Ibiza, and this is at the end of August, I think. I can't remember the exact date, so I'm like, fuck, I've got that fucking challenge today in September. I'm like, no chance am I going to be able to do that, man. And I was about to turn around to him and say, I'll maybe try and do it. I was like, no, fuck that, I'm doing it. And obviously we went and smashed that, but we'll go on to the stories how that just grew arms and legs, like you said, man, in terms of going over that 100k, man. But
that was the thing that was massive for us. You were about to say there, I'll try. Like I remember when I first started, that's what I kept saying to you. But when we went from 5 to 8, I was like, I don't know, man, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I'll try. And you was like, no.
just do it.
We will. We'll get there, man. And then again, you squish it again. Like, no squish it as in like record time or anything, but
Certainly took its toll on everybody, I think, as well.
Aye.
I'm still feeling it, man.
I know. I was just going to say, I seen yous going for it. I've seen something similar as well, like people doing it and stuff like that. I think I attempted it before the Wolftuna. I think I attempted it when I was playing football and all that, and I get injured.
Yeah.
So I end up chucking it, and then I seen yous going for it, and it was the first half marathon I ever done, like ever. I don't know why. I don't know what came to me. It was a nice night. We get away and watching a Monday night. Tamika just get a new bike and all that, so we'll go down to the canal and we'll just run until I feel like turning back. And we just kept on going. It was nice and flat, cracking night, man. And we got to like 8 or something, and I'm like, 2 mile, man, and 2.5 mile, and I can do a half marathon here because I need to just work my way back. And that's what we done. But fuck me, man. I think it's just because I was so underprepared, no food and all that before it, just nothing. See, by the time I got to the cars, man, I felt as if I was about to fucking die, man, honestly. It was mental. But I think that's what kick-started it for me. I was 21k in the bag.
And your numbers were scary at the start, mate.
At the start, they were alright. The first week was class. The first week was unreal. I done 70. I done a 10k pretty much every day. That's what it was. That's what it was like. Aye, but then obviously at the end, I was just happy to get. It was 100. It was 100k, and then we changed it to 100 miles.
It was you that changed it.
You changed
You
it.
said that with yourself.
Aye, that's right. We changed it to 100 miles, and then that was a goal which was 180, 160k, and then obviously it started to get harder as the month was getting on. You know what I mean? And then, mate, you were doing 5k's in the morning and then 10k's for fucking dinner, man.
Brushing your teeth with 5k's.
Man, that's right, man.
Oh man, mad, but like as you say, it just happened. Do you know what I mean? It was just. I went for like you saying that you don't like running. I didn't enjoy running. Like I thought I never enjoyed running, but because I couldn't have done. And as I still, I'm not claiming to be like fucking Mo Farah here, but that month was mad. It was just if I wasn't getting it, I wasn't happy. I had to do it. Like it was just part of my life, part of my routine. That right, let's go do it. And then, maybe only one hand I could count how many I had to give myself a push. Remember one I done just doing a canal and it was pushing down, man. And I'm like, I think I set out to do half miles or whatever. And I go by the hospital in Claybank, man. I'm like, just phone your dad, come get you. Fuck that shit, man. And then you get back, you're back at the hospital, man. You're like, yeah, I'm going to get 5k, and you're like, no bother. Like, but aye, that was a massive achievement for myself, man. Like, because that was like, I think when I first came up with you, man, maybe 3-4 months before I first started, to no running a 5k before it's open, to then dusting 200k in a month, man.
Sorry, mate.
No.
I was just got to say, you set off to do the 100 miles, and I met some separate. It's like, fuck it, I think I might go for that.
Yeah.
Then we got closer to that 100 miles. He messaged me like, don't tell anybody, but I'm going to go for the 200k, man. And he fucking blew it at the park.
That was frightening, man. Frightening. 200k in a month. That is wild,
It's
mate.
mad what you can actually push up.
But that's what you're saying, like, because this isn't just like it's fitness, man. This club helps in so many other ways, like confidence, character building. Like, I would never ever attempted that or done anything like that, and it was just part of my daily routine, and it was just all because you're thriving off helping you, you're helping me, we're helping us, and it wasn't not to like show off in any way, but it was just like, how far can I go? Like, they've opened my eyes up to what I can do now, so let's see how far we can take it. Do you know what I mean? And it was mad. Obviously, easier than all with the support usual getting is like, just keep at it, stay hungry and that, man. But
that's what it was like in the group chat when you done it. I would go in and do it, and I done it. You'd go in and do it. You done it. We all just kept on every single day, man. There was a different 5k, 8k, 10. You know what I mean? We're just like, what the fuck's going on here, man?
Even in the way, like, oh, I need to beat him or I need to do this. It was almost like,
just pushing each other,
you
man.
inspired me. I need to
It's healthy competitiveness, man.
Aye, mate, that's it.
One want to do better, but for each other. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
I was getting runs to fucking midnight now.
That's right, man.
Just
The
midnight,
midnight. That's right,
midnight
man.
miles, man.
Aye, 50 miles, man.
Wild.
Class.
It does push you, man, and like, I probably sound like a broken record to use for, man, with this fucking dodgy leg, man. But
Have you got a dodgy leg, eh?
I've been doing a dodgy tongue, man. Yeah, honestly, man, like, it's like, see the last part of that 100k, because there was no way that I was watching yous for Smash That Challenge and I wasn't taking part. Just a mentality thing, probably a personal kind of ego that I had to kind of be involved. See that last 30k, mate, honestly, mate, I think I done a 10k with Pumbaa and Jamie and Danielle. And
Cheers, mate.
were you there as well? Sorry, mate. I can't remember, man. But see, if we going to like Gobowie roundabout all the way to Knightswood Cross, felt every single step. See the way back, mate. That absolutely like killed me every single step, man. And yous there, like pushing, I would never have done that, man. And I've always said I got over the line just. Like you always say, mate, like, that's just as big an achievement as the rest of you maybe doing double because you've done it with one leg. But I wouldn't have got that push if it wasn't for this club. You know what I mean, I wouldn't have got the text messages individually or in the group chat or whatever. The messages when I put up like the run on Instagram, like you was pushing, like come on, let's get this done. And I think one of the days I spat a fucking dummy out the pram. I'm never doing this, fuck it, I'm not doing it. 10k to go, I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it, man, I'm not doing it. And then, hey, come on, let's go, man, let's get it done, mate. And then done a 5k on my Todd, and then the last one was a 5k with everybody. And it was like he's fucking dragged us over the Campsie car park, man, with the two legs like that. It was wild, man. Fuck, that's got to be a sticker.
See when you're in the house and you know you've got that 30k to go, what's going through your head?
What's going through my head is don't let all yous down. The 4 years, that was in my head.
You wouldn't let us down?
Yous have said that multiple times.
Yeah.
Listen, mate, you're not letting them down, not letting them down. In my head, I felt like I was letting the club down because we were doing so well. I'm the failure because of that leg, and then I thought to myself, I'm not being caught a failure, man. I've never been caught a failure in my life, and it's no fucking starting now.
Yeah.
And that was again, we go back to the model. Just show up, mate. I showed up for the fucking last two and make sure I get out of that line. And again, that's a club thing.
Yeah.
We all deserve credit, you know what I mean?
That's it. It's like the consistency of the 5 years before launch, but like just the past few months has just been It's mad. Like we've turned up
Aye.
every single Friday, Sunday. The times that we're doing it at, do you know what I mean?
That's the key, man.
So many people are like,
That's
"Can you use her? Have you heard?" Do you know what I mean? But it's just the norm for us now. Do you know what I mean? It's mad.
I would have been one of the people, see, before I did take the plunge.
100%.
I was a big sleepy boy, man, know what I mean? But changes your whole, changes the whole outlet and what to do with yourself, know what I mean? And what you can do with yourself, do you know what I mean? It's mental.
I get nicknamed Lionheart and I'd be fair.
23
22 it was.
years, fucking kip, man.
But see now, I was talking to you in the sauna about it the other day, like through Christmas there I had like 4 or 5 long lies to 10, half 10, 11 and that, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not saying I'm pure buzzing to get up at 4 in the morning all the time, but like just feeling like I've wasted that day, and like see when I do like have those days you're up at half 4 and like see after doing that cold water, I've get that high to like 2, half 2. Then I start to like, obviously crash, but it's like I would rather be doing that to that time and crash at that time.
Aye.
Than sleep to that time and feel like I've wasted so much time.
I actually feel fresher now getting up at that early time, that 4. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like if you're going past that, because even like the Sunday class, like obviously we made the Sunday class a bit later. I feel more tired now. Like the later class, it's weird. Don't know if it's like oversleeping or I'm just, my body clock's just used to getting up at 4 now, but I just bounce out of bed, mate.
I don't know how many times that's actually happened. Like, it's just the norm now, man. See, before my alarm even goes, like 4 or 5 minutes before the alarm goes, man, you're like,
You sure?
You
sure,
your
mate?
phone. Fair enough, maybe not recently. Right.
What about lunch day?
Lunch day.
I was going to say that at lunch.
Lunch
Madness.
day. Let's go to the original lunch day. Let's talk
Oh,
about
the
that.
original lunch day.
The original lunch day was class. Brilliant.
Yeah, I made
We went up on the Saturday to check conditions were good.
The day that we pick is the day that's the worst weather.
The whole year.
full
The whole year.
The whole 10 year.
Last 10 year. Aye, honestly, man.
But it was a blessing in disguise, really.
Aye, it was a blessing in disguise. I think we had maybe 22 people booked in or something. It was a good number. Everything was all got a nice wee post and that made for it. Everything was all lined up for that day. We were ready for it. The day before, wee bit of the weather comes, and then the next. It was the day before, wasn't it? The day before.
Day before.
And it was minging. I've never seen the campuses been flooded before, and it was flooded. Still trekked up just to
never seen
make
it
sure.
like
I wanted to see with my own eyes, could we do that or could we not?
Aye.
And safety comes first.
Niagara Falls, man.
Oh, it's wild.
Just
Safety
as well
comes
you went
first.
and done that, you get the video and all that, just as well you actually done that. You know what I mean? But I feel like, compared to the actual launch day, I feel like we were so underprepared.
Aye.
I feel
Major.
like
It was a
so
blessing.
underprepared.
And that
mate.
gave us, what was it, 3 weeks to the...
3-4 weeks.
3-4 weeks. So that gave us 3-4 weeks to kind of get our shit together, man, and get it organised. And as I said, it was a blessing in disguise because
That the merch came in after that as well, didn't it? Like after the first
the
launch.
merch came after the first launch.
That was Jaffa, the business being like, let's do it tomorrow.
All day,
Wait,
mate.
wait for let's go.
Aye, to be fair, that was me, but I just didn't. I wanted. I had 22 people booked. For me, that was enough. I think 20 people turned up on the actual day. We had 10 sleepies.
We had 30, didn't we? But
30 booked in for a club who was doing their launch day, getting up at that time in the morning, all different types of people, pals, people we'd never met before, all booking in. 30 people.
Yeah.
For us, mate, that meant the absolute world, man.
Aye.
It was unreal. That feeling when that last one get put in. To be honest, I'd probably took more people, and it, again, it's no line out of pockets. See more people happy, mate, leaving. See the cuddles and the handshakes and the smiles that everybody left that day, mate. It was unreal, man.
Yeah.
So good.
But it was, like you say, it was a blessing because we had 3/4 of the people in merch.
Yeah.
We had everybody feeling like a proper club.
Aye, it felt...
That photo at the end, that team photo meant like it was unreal. It was so good, mate, just seeing everybody together, all leaving as a club, mate.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that rain came.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's a lot of things that happened after that gave us a drive.
Aye.
I think we all know what happened after that, and when we got that second date, we wanted to make sure that we had the best launch day for our members.
We smashed it out of the
we
park.
smashed it out of the park.
Aye.
Like Gary Carrigan with the video and the photos, unreal, the drone work. That reel was like 30,000 views, and it's not all about numbers to us, right? But see, knowing all that, like they people watched that, and the people that we got for that coming, mate, it was unreal. People messaging, "Oh, we're going to come," and asking about it. That helped us build the community that we've got. So that launch day was absolutely massive.
Unbelievable. I'm still gutted about that reel, man, to this day. I remember I was getting my hair cut and my barber Ross was like, "This Wolftuna stuff's amazing." I was like, "Have you seen the video, the launch video?" And he's like, "No." Got my phone out, man, to show him it.
What the fuck was that?
My heart just sank, man. But the numbers for that reel were scary, man. Unbelievable.
I just think, see, when you said like we get booked for 30, we thought we were overshooting the mark when we
we thought we'd only put 10 people or something.
Do you know
Right.
what I mean? And it get fully booked to it, and I know that we had 10 sleepyheads, man, but like it's that time in the morning, you're going to have people sleeping, especially if it's not something they're used to doing, and it's like clockwork. It's like clockwork to us now, but and like on that day, I can't remember if we announced, like, I know we announced we were doing the giveaway, but then we started handing out dry robes and everything. People were buzzing off that.
Aye.
You know what I mean? People were wearing
You
hats,
seen
dry
it in
robes.
everybody's face, like it wasn't just us buzzing that it was happening.
Aye, you see it. in
Everybody was buzzing that it was happening. Do you know what I mean? The excitement on everybody's face, man. It was just.
You still get that. You're expected to get that as well, man. It's early in the morning. People want show. Do you know what I mean? It's that is what it is. But we still show up, and that's the main thing.
See the text, right? You get, "Oh, sorry, mate, I've slept in, blah blah blah. I'll be there next week." Relax, man. It sounds like, listen, next week's a new fresh. Get yourself up, and we'll go again. There's no, like, we'll never. I used to dread texting a PT going, "By the way, I've slept in," and you knew that you were getting the cold shoulder. Know what I mean? You never get that here.
No,
never, mate.
not.
Listen, sound man, don't worry about it. Like, come up next week, we'll have a bit of a laugh. Know what I mean?
It's acceptable to sleep
I
in the morning, do you know what I mean?
Well, sleepy, know what I mean? Like, you're more like, you're like, just come up whenever you want to come up and join the club, mate. We're always open, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, and we'll always be there every Friday, Saturday, we're there, man, and we've showed that consistency, which is unbelievable.
No, absolutely.
But the launch, I remember being so nervous for it as well before it. Like, just how is this? Well, obviously we've been doing it, taking the classes and that, but 30 people booked in. I was like, how is this going to go, man? This is not going to go smoothly. And it just absolutely. It felt just natural, man. That like
to carry itself, man. Like I remember you flapping with the warm up. You're like, mate, in the car. You're like, mate, you're going to like stand next to me and like make me hang it, and like you breezed that, and everybody like just unbelievable, like the full day, man.
Perfect example. Do you remember your first warm up?
No.
Right, we'll just say aye now, right? So, do you remember your first warm up, right? To your most recent one? How confident and how much has it grown?
It's like when you're saying that I remember the first warm up, that launch was my first one. I was like, this is
but you can imagine like, your first run, right, with people coming up doing that warm up to the launch day to the one you're doing maybe last Sunday when there's another thing. Mate, it's grown like in the confidence and the point I'm trying to make is this is what we are doing as a club. We started off with no background of running a club, no experience in running a business, no PT qualifications, no running qualifications, one cold water expert over there, and we've grown. We've grown and we're trying to do the right things. And I know we keep saying that, but it's we just want people to love what we do and walk away with a smile on their face.
100%, mate.
I think I've said that about 100 times now.
Smile on the face,
But that's how
Don't you like a smile on the face?
That's how strongly you feel about it.
Mate, honestly, it's the best part of this club for me.
Definitely, mate.
Like for me, I know I get the cunt taken at me all the time. People saying I'm a heart to heart king and all that and whatever else, and like I do that for a job. You know what I mean? I try and help people for a living, man. And like this is just like an extension of that. Obviously, I'm not counselling people when I'm out and run with them, but it's like, see if I'm trying to help them. That's I've done enough for me. In that sense, and I know that like from the feedback that we get on Instagram, like the thank yous and whatever else, it's like I know that that's helping them, but like I don't get that with my job. You know what I mean? Like once I finish that counselling session, I don't see them the following week, but they're messaging us like hours after, like that was amazing. Thank you very much. I'll be back next week. I'll be back whenever they can. You know what I mean?
I feel as if like recently, like, before we'll maybe getting like somebody coming and they might not come back for a while, but I think the past kind of month or two we've got people actually return customers. Like people actually like just coming back, and it's starting to. It's always felt like a club, but it's genuinely starting to feel like a proper community now.
There's something about into the new year. I don't know what it is, man, but something seems to kind of like just switch. You know what I mean? Something's you're getting a different feel. You're getting so many people.
December, mate. I got a bit worried about December.
I think the end of November, start December, we were kind of toiling, going right. Shit, what do we need to do here? Like, why is this no? And then December, just people came through the door and were like, "This is where does this came from?" Like Christmas nights out, getting packed, and they're coming up the cold water, mate. It was unbelievable. And then, like you say, I feel that as well. Just some sort of switch, and you just feel like everybody's like interested, everybody's intrigued to see what they do. And there's more messages, there's more people answering the polls, there's more text messages. By the way, I'm thinking about coming up.
People are
even the initial text messages. By the way, what time you start it, blah blah blah. They're rising.
Yeah,
and
I think it's because we were all pushing as well, but do you know what I mean? Like, we were like toiling a bit, but then we kind of said to ourselves, right, let's push, and like the consistency, the social media stuff, like the collaborations, like all that stuff, like that's a following, like creeping up. People are like people that were kind of like that, but they Wolftuna, but Salah about and all that, like. Do you know what I mean? They're starting to go, oh, wait a minute, man. This is they're actually doing something here with us.
The best bit about the Instagram for me is how we have built that organically. We have no went out there and searched for followers or followed for a follow. We wanted that organic following for people to follow us. Because they're interested in what we do, and then we can see. Like, when we follow back, if they're running, we'll give them a wee like, we'll give them a wee thumbs up and a wee running emoji, because we want to show that we can help people. Do you know what I mean? So that's
we're
massive for me.
That, man. We're supporting them. And even when we're sharing it on our personal stuff as well, see the amount of people like Otamica's best pals and family and all that, see every one of them, see the amount of comments I get just in my personal one, it's like unbelievable, mate. So proud of you should be proud of yourselves, all yous, man. What a feeling, man. It's so good.
We send 67 comments on every picture.
I don't know, she does, but
why go ahead with Clyde one and she, man?
Wolftuna.
Oh, they're actually doing it.
So it's not just the height of this, they're actually doing it.
Putting the bake up there. See you in there, George.
Class, man.
That's another thing. People will be wanting to know the name. We never said that about the name. You get asked that all the time. About that being a.
We had a listener or a guest ask, who is this? Billy, why do you call your club the Wolftuna Club? So you can answer that, Billy.
Really?
They asked, why did you get the name Wolftuna Club?
Is that not Gal, mate?
I'm still stuck up. I was so close to dive in there, man.
Is that no shake, Gabby? I'm driving up, I'm getting somebody sending a plate. Support each other.
No, can we dirty bastard, man?
So the name, it was a typo. Justin.
Aye.
How did it actually come about? Even the start. Take it back to the hot tuners, man.
Aye, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry, mate, on you go. I'm gonna have the road time to man.
But like obviously like you're getting there with the sliders on, your feet are throbbing, man. So we're like, we need to try and get water shoes. And this guy went on, I can't remember exactly where it was, but
Sports Direct.
Shout and it was the hot tuna booters, splasher booties. So me and him fucking went and got them, and then I think I slept in like 5 minutes or something. You couldn't go because of your work. I literally slept in like 5-10 minutes, and you're like, mate, I can't go now. And then I was pure choking to get them to come, man. And they're like, no, we're not doing it now. Fuck it, we'll patch it. And I was like, right, fuck it, I'm going to get down to Loch Lomond then and see if I can try and find any wild tunas. Then obviously the typo come up, Wolf. Then I think it was Gary or Jaff commented and just said, that's the one, that's it.
That was me, I'll take that one. That sounded like lightning just struck the tip of my penis. That works, man.
It does, mate.
That works.
Wolf, pack animals, we run in a group. Wolves are night time as well, man. Do you know what I mean? We run at night, and then the tuna in the water, they're all also pack animals. So
Aye, absolutely. Made perfect sense.
it just works, mate. It just
Yep.
works.
Whether you love it or you hate it, you're talking about it.
Exactly, mate. And then that logo as well. The famous logo, man.
Shout out to Southside Studios for that,
Aye,
man.
definitely.
Hey Jack, frightening. His work's unreal, man.
Aye, scary.
And I'm glad that we've, again, the money that we get, that's for content as
Things
well.
like
Like, how can you get all that money? Get all that money? Where is it going to? It's going to posts, it's going to reels, it's going to merch, it's going to all these different things.
Yeah.
So we can build the club to make us look better, to help people go, oh, by the way, that looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to come.
Yeah.
So that there's lots of ways, man. That's better in that logo. Like, see when you see that logo, people are gonna go, what the fuck is that? But to us, that's my life, man. I've got three veins. I've got Sophia, I've got Macy, and I've got the Wolftuna logo, man. It's fucking unreal, man.
They're all decked out in the Wolftuna logo.
Class,
Unreal.
I need the toilet trips, man.
Sounds.
Aye, to me, and the Rangers kitted out tonight in support.
Oh,
I
yeah.
made a soft play to me.
That's
Wear
like
my jumper and the Rangers get theirs on, man.
It's class,
Love
man.
that, man.
Mate, but, mate,
It's a pride in it, but in it. Like, see when you go on, if you know what, like, out getting the shopping, man, I'm pure proud like that.
Oh, that's brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Cutting a bit of thought and all that.
Nah.
Fucking.
mate, it's when you're walking past somebody and you can see their eyes going, looking at the logo. I love that, knowing.
Then they
the
go,
fuck
can I
is
get a
that?
picture with you?
That's happened to me a few times. There's been all sorts of bumps and Aye. Is that the rice cakes? Huh? But no, I mean, see, be honest, man, like, we have caught a lot today. I'm glad, and we've caught what we wanted to say. We've spoken about kind of why it started, why we go about it, where the money's gone, wee bit of background about us, man. So, mate,
There's plenty more to talk about.
plenty there. I mean,
plenty
this
to
is
talk
the-
about,
Just
man.
to start, innit?
This is
Really,
just the
man.
start.
Do you strip back and get into everything? Daft things and that, mate. All sorts, man.
We've not really mentioned the club's biggest achievement yet,
Nah.
but
I think that's
that's for maybe another
That's
time.
another
Next
date,
time.
Bill.
Everybody knows it's Nevis, no, I mean, obviously we're talking about. Can I say that? No, cut that one.
No, I mean, I don't think it's any secret. People do know it's about Nevis, but we can go into Nevis at another day, man.
Aye,
Like,
absolutely.
we've grew from being a running and cold water club. We've started diving into other things. We're not an outdoor kind of club. Like, that's no like. Are we? I don't know. We kind of what we are now, but it's in that limbo stage. Are we a running and cold water club? Are we an outdoor club? Do we do activities? Like, nobody actually knows, and I don't think anybody, like none of us really care. We just want people to kind of enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Like, some of the stuff that we've done and we've got planned,
Yeah.
like the away days. Like, we're going to go on day on Sunday.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's just doing stuff that keeps us happy, that we love doing, and it clearly helps other people, and like, everybody else enjoys it. It's not. I don't think we're like specific. Do you know what I mean? To the running in the cold water or the Monroes or it. It's just we're just putting on activities and doing events and creating something that's
team bonding, man.
basically.
Flinging them in Monroe's into the mix, man. That's fucking what a game changer that is, man. That is, see when you're at the top of the fucking house, man.
Yeah.
It's like
Used to smashing it
That's
apart with him,
another
man.
thing.
It's
that
like,
I'm just,
Jesus, man.
just addicted to it, man. I'm just
It is. That's the feat. It is. It's addictive, man. When you're standing at the top of it and you're seeing the reviews, man. It's honestly, you can't explain it until you're actually standing there.
Yesterday was just
Unbelievable,
skating,
man.
like, no wind, clear skies. Like, it was just perfect, mate. Honestly,
Crazy that cannot happen for going for a dip for the first time, innit?
I know.
But like,
That all started for a
going
dip.
down the hill walks and then rewarding yourself with a dip in the cold water.
Yeah.
Like the Ben Ann one. It's obviously not Monroe, but it was a wee warm up to get everybody all kind of going to see what everybody's level.
Yeah.
See getting in that cold water, was it Loch Long?
Lock boiled egg, I think.
Loch Boiled Egg,
man.
Absolutely honking, man. Especially that eagle, that bald eagle watching the road, man. Something that tipples people.
Falcon, man.
You know what I mean? But even at that, see getting into that, like, it's different for the camps. He's like cold, still, silent. Mate, that was unbelievable.
Aye.
And adding the walks, I mean, I know that was never Monroe, but they Monroes and going down a dip after it, that's mustard.
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Mustard.
It's so good, mate. Like, it just, I don't think anybody understands, mate, how soothing it is, mate, just to walk out of that water after doing a hard activity.
Aye. Aye, it's brilliant. It's still hard, but it's still tough. I think a lot of people see the pictures of us in the water and like Kirkley saying that he's like, I seen the pictures, I'm like, they're in water. Do you know what I mean? You can't gauge how that feels from a picture.
Aye.
But like you said, the first time you ever done it, like the shock, man, it's like,
And you don't get it, but I remember I had a wobble. Like the first time the first time I come up and done it with you.
yeah,
And I got in, I was like, those bads afloat, like, and then you get the buzz in that. But I remember after the wedding, I went for a couple of weeks. I'm like, I can't get in this. And I get,
if you're off a couple of if you don't make it a couple of sessions, then like it's tough to get back into it. Or like you, if you don't run, if
Honestly, it's absolute hell. But again, you just show up, mate.
Yeah.
Like people might say, it's your club, mate. You need to turn up. Do you miss your work and all that kind of stuff? But even at that, man, I fucking love getting into that cold water.
Yeah.
I love being there with all yous. I love seeing like the likes of Grant. I mean, how's your leg getting on?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me saying that to him.
Aye.
That might trigger something in his head and go, by the way, fuck, he's actually alright. I mean, he's always asking me, make sure I'm alright. So me turning up makes somebody else's day better, and I'm getting the cold water and then enjoying it as a group.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, man.
100%.
Aye.
What are we on to next?
That's well, just kind of talking about that. Obviously, we're going to leave Nevis, but the next part's the club's progress the past year, the milestones and achievements, significant milestones in the next stages for us.
Yeah.
The next stages for us, man.
It's like we say, I think we touched on it, man, like with the business sense, we don't want to run it in pockets and all that stuff, blah, but the plans that we've got, man, is massive, man. Like this club can go anywhere it wants. Like we don't want to be your typical gym, mate. We want to be without going into too much detail, a hub.
Yeah.
We want to be and not really a community centre. It's like a kind of something like a hybrid, know what I mean? But we just want people to like come and feel like they do up at the campuses in another place, and they can just come whenever they want. I'm trying not to give too much away. You know what I mean? But it's like there's so much potential, and the plans that we've got is unbelievable, man.
I think what you're saying for that, but is like we're getting up at 4 a.m. No, everybody wants to do that week in, week out, Friday, Sunday. Do you know what I mean? So that gives them that opportunity to go down when they want. Do you know what I mean? And still feel that community vibe. And me
and you have been like, I know yous have got Albanac, but I've got like we've been saying for years, because I've not really got anything out with the modelling that's not going to last forever. Do you know what I mean? So I've always been saying to you, we need to do something. This is it, man. Like I'm 100%. Like I believe in this, 100% committed to it, and I don't see it failing. Like especially the beauty of it having the 5 of us doing it together. Like we've got each other's backs to support each other, and Now we've got a full community that believe in us and we believe in them as well. So I think I think we can go right
Aye.
to the top.
But now, man, like we've got no overheads, man. We don't need to pay for it. Like we're just kind of getting whatever money we get in from the members and we're putting it back out there.
Yeah.
Like we want to make sure we've got a sustainable kind of business and a plan going forward to kind of help these people, because there'd be nothing worse than setting something up and going tits up and letting people down.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is, for the start, we want to make sure that we are doing this correct, because we don't want to end it in. So the plans that we have got will 100% go through, and it will be sustainable for people to come up and
100%.
feel happy and feel comfortable and use it at their leisure. And it's massive, man.
We've had so much good feedback individually and as the club that you would hate for it to it not to work now.
You just the amount that's been put into it, as you said, it's not been like, it's not every day of the week, it's not a full-time job, but we have put our time into it. Like Lauren's obviously been pregnant throughout the full time that since we launched.
That's right.
So I've had to get up through the night and all that, and seeing her, waking her up and that, and she's had work the next day and stuff. So that's been tough. Do you know what I mean? Even that. But she's been so supportive, and to see all that work that the fivers have put in through, like it would kill us, man. Like, do you know what I mean? So
we're not letting this go, man. No chance, man. We've came this far. We've got so much good positive feedback, positive vibes, positive energy all around the club that it's only we can only grow with it, man, honestly.
Exactly.
It's not even like letting yourself down now by not doing it. You're letting other people down, man, and that would hurt me more. You know what I mean? Especially
that's the thing. Like, I think we do agree on. It's no like we need it. It's just part of. It's just your daily routine. Like as you say, what we said at the start. You look forward to it, man. You buzz for a Friday morning to go up or Sunday morning to go up. You spend time, man. It's like that's how it's so like. I believe in it, man, because it's so natural, man. It's no like having to do this, do that. It's just
5 pals who are doing it regardless anyway. So let's do it for other folk.
I do feel like I need it now, but do you know what I mean? Like, I feel as if I couldn't go without it. Like it's passion, mate.
I remember
the Friday, Sunday's almost the reward. So like obviously people don't see, but like you just see the work going in, bashing out a website, on our phones, trying to make sure putting into the club so the members they enjoy themselves. But that does chew up time, like through the week.
I'm on my phone all the time.
I remember it was before the Fridays were involved, and we were doing the Sundays, and we were just finishing it. We were in the motor, or we were just getting up the road, and we're writing the group chat like, "Is it fucking Sunday yet, man? It's man, get on! Fuck's sake, this week's going to be pish all the way up till Sunday."
See, to go back to what you're saying about like having the hub there and like that is the overall plan. But see, for me, the worst case scenario that fails, we've still got the community there. We've still got everything we've got with the camps, the away days, the rows and
said that for the start, didn't we? Like, let's see where this can go. Like, because it was unknown, wasn't it? But we were like, we've still got what we've got. We've still got the 5 years, and it's just went. The sky's the limit, man.
So I just a wee thank you, man, to everybody who's watched. We would like to hear any feedback, any questions, maybe follow us on our Instagram page at Wolftuna Club. We've also got a YouTube channel, Strava. You go on the Instagram, there'll be a link that will take you to all the pages. So if you don't mind, like, subscribe, and we comment. Enjoy. Cheers. Thank you.
Well done, boys.
You want to do a wee sing song to end it then, lads?
We'll do it.
One each of.
No, so we'll just let do a vote.
Right.
Who's the best singer out of 5 years?
Right, go you then.
No, I'm not going first.
These eyes.
Right, on you go.
Go for it, Jack.
Go on, sing for us, Jimmy's brother.
I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heart. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say.
We went for it.
Mic drop, man.
I'm not going after that shit.
I wanted that away. Well done, lads.
Well done.